And we are live on the radio for the third week in a row of the How We Grow series. So we are in the middle of our open beta launch for Kai. There's of things that have happened in the past week that some of them Lambert has been working on, some of them I've been working on. And so we in this episode of the How We Grow, we're going to deep dive in 2 free tools that Lambert has shipped on Product Hunt, on Google, on social media. We're going to be analyzing the numbers behind the launch. We're going to be reflecting a bit on what we learned along the way, what could have gone better, what went bad, and then we're going to focus on the reasons why we're building a changelog and we're sharing everything with the rest of the world on our website. So let's start with this. Lambert, maybe give us some context a bit regarding these free tools that you launched on Product Hunt. What are they? Why did you launch them? Walk us through a bit the journey from like ideation to, okay, we decided to launch these tools, the approach, and up until launch day.
Hello everyone. First of all, before starting, new haircut. This is very important to notice because I know that the 2 first episode was a bit a mess. We didn't see my background. My hair was everywhere, but now we are here with a new and fresh haircut, and very happy today to introduce the free tools that I build at Kai, the 2 free tools that we build during the hackathon. So quick context regarding that. At Morgan, we build the 4 or 5 free tools to bring people on the app to make some awareness about what we did. And here at Kai, we decide also to do the same, but there is a different tweaks here because the thing we would like to do, it's a very first world premiere experience that people cannot have in our competitors. And here we decide to recreate a free tool that is very ambitious at first. When you just hear about it, you're like, wow. So the goal was to give a loginless experience of a free meeting transcription and summarized meeting notes, which was not that easy. But it was the goal. I think we planned that 2 or 3 weeks before the hackathon that we have in Zurich. So the goal was that having a free loginless experience on this, kind of a Granola, but with no login, nothing to download, and it was the first goal. And then I remember that we decided to have a landing page on our website and also a Chrome extension, both version for different reasons, but also because we can have a double double growth channel. So it was kind of the context about that.
So you guys we had the idea of building the free tool, and immediately we were like, if we build it once, we can easily create a landing page for the free tool, like make it a web experience, and we can also build a Chrome extension. It was kind of the same idea that we repurposed for different surfaces. How do you validate that the free tool is worth building at this point? Like before even building it, you have the idea. What did we do to be like, okay, this can work?
Yeah, basically, overall, there is here. It's a bit a different story, but basically, what we did before is just explore the market, explore what you can find on Google, because here we want to optimize our SEO. And as we work on free tool, we know that have a loginless experience on a tool lets people use some things on the web page, and then they are taking a long time on the page, and Google give us a reward for that, and we have a better ranking. So basically, the first thing that we look for a free tool, we are checking the volume of search about a keyword that is linked with a free tool. For example, some people on the web are looking for a scheduling pool. Then we decide at Morgan to start to iterate on a scheduling pool when competitor have just a landing page that have a get started, and then you have to sign up in the app. Here we just have the loginless experience directly on the landing page. So this is the first thing that we check. Obviously, there is other things. For example, the capabilities to do it, because at some point there is some tools there that are not that easy to make. Like as free is technically very hard. No, we are very lucky because Claude it's coming now. We are using it. I mean, I'm using it since end of 2025, and that's helped a lot on a lot of topics. And also for creating those kind of tools. So there is those iteration, and also for sure what did the competitors, because obviously at some point some competitors making also free tools, and then you have a big keyword difficulty on some topics that are already have some free tool created, so it's not that easy. So for coming back to Kai, for Kai it was almost the keyword difficulty and the volume of research, but also what the competitor did. And we see that there is not only one free meeting transcription free tool existing on the web. So it was like a very good opportunity for us to have a position on those keywords, because you can find a lot of page from Granola, Fixer, Otter AI that have that try to position these keywords, but they have like a login wall, and then you didn't have a very good experience. If you want this free experience and try the tool as free, and then you can switch to the app.
Yeah. So it really comes back to user intent on Google. When someone types meeting transcription, what we're seeing today in Google, it's a bunch of landing pages on describing meeting transcription, and you can do this and you can do that. But as you say, people need to sign up. And our thesis is, well, if people type meeting transcription, they probably want to transcribe a meeting. So let them be and let them do that. And let's put the tool right there so that we can satisfy user intent, and Google will see that and will put us very high in the search results. And then as a result, we can have a lot of traffic, a lot of signups that come from that. So nice. Okay. So you validated the intent. You started building the tool. How long did that take, building the tool?
So for the time that it take, depend. To be honest, it depend of. If we talk about the Kai loginless tool that we build, it's a big challenge here because it's not just a little tool that have a, how can I say, easy flow for users. Here it's very complicated because you need to use different tool. First of all, for the free meeting transcription, you need to have a whisper model that will transcribe your voice to text, and then a second model that will an LLM model. So here we use Gemini flashlight that will take the transcription from the Whisper tool and summarize it using AI and using a pre-prompt that we give to Gemini to have a good structure of the output. In this case, the output is like a note with a summarize, a next step, and also the full transcript summarized. So here it's way more complex than just having a tool that can create random group, for example, or those kind of things. So in this case, for the free tool, it's a bit a cheat because we was in hackathon. So basically, we was working 20 hours a day. I joke, but it was the idea. So we had like 3-4 days copying before the hackathon. And then I will say 3-4 days to full work on it. I mean, for each tool, because here we have the loginless tool in the website, but also the Chrome extension. Both of them have the kind of the same outputs, but we'll say they are working differently because the user experience is definitely different. We don't have all possibility on the Chrome extension. And then when you're using a page, you also have a lot of constraint. For example, you have to have a page that is very fast. I mean, very, very performance friendly. So you have to optimize a lot of things. And, but in the same way, for example, on this tool, I had to manage the time to load the Whisper model. And to load a Whisper model, it takes some time depending of the machine that you use, or also your internet connection. So during this time, to not let people think that the tool is broken, you have to iterate on how can you make it smooth for users, so optimize the user experience. And this is also a big work on this, and that's why those two tools take probably 3 hours each of them, but it's mostly like the main flow was very easy, but then it was mostly the user experience and how we make sure that the experience is smooth for user and the output is good.
Okay. So the tough part is not the technical part. It's making sure you deliver a smooth user experience with a nice UI on top.
Yeah, and I guess now we have a fucking amazing models that can manage the technical part and can debug. So for sure, as a non-engineer, I take 90% of my time just trying to make the experience smooth and good for users.
Okay. And so how long did you take? Like, let's try to be specific. You said a couple days for the free tool, because you were in a hackathon. So it really took 40 hours, a couple days, because you work 20 hours a day. And what about the Chrome extension? Like if someone needs to build the same thing and go through the same kind of feedback loop you went through, is it 5 days? Is it 2 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? This is going to be important for the numbers and the debate we can have on whether this is worth it or not.
Yeah. So for the Chrome extension, as I say, we have some days before the hackathon to choose how it's gonna work. Because also a topic that I didn't discuss about is we have two models to manage. So the voice to transcribe. So here Whisper, but also the LLM. And there is a big challenge here. Do we want to have something in the cloud? That means we have to pay for it. As a company, we need to pay the API for it. Or do we want to let the people manage this locally? But here they have to load the model then, and also it's going to take time. So this kind of decision is before building, because you cannot deep dive directly and say, oh, maybe I will do that. Maybe I will do that. You can, but you will lose a long time. So this takes like 3 days before the hackathon, and then the full hackathon on this tool. And then I will say during the 2 next week, I was managing the feedback from the team, the bugs that I had, the looks of the tool. And I will say you finish the MVP after those 3 weeks for sure, but then you need to iterate on the new bugs that the user found, on upgrading the experience and the tool. So you never finish to work on a free tool. And I will say also at Morgan, every tool that we create since 4 months, I keep working on it every week. So it's a long-term work, but if we want to determine the time of the MVP on this, it will take 2-3 weeks, depend of the energy that you put on it, and also the experience that you have with those tools.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you validated, you built, you had a beautiful product that we tested many times. We found bugs like last minute. Then you had to submit to Google before they approved the new version for the Chrome extension. That took like a while and so on, but we can skip the details. Last Thursday, was it, on Product Hunt? Last Thursday, I believe, you decided to launch the free Chrome extension. So talk a bit about the launch day. I think it was also your first time launching on Product Hunt, right? So how was it? Like, how was it? Let's talk about a bit about the results. How did you perceive the launch and so on?
Yeah, it was very exciting moment for me. I mean, I would say because it was the first time I launched a product as a non-engineer. Also, I was off, so it was I was in the
Don't
car
say that.
because
Don't say that. It's not good for the culture.
I mean, I was in the car behind the driver working on the computer. At some point, I lost connection, but so we lost the tool last Thursday. And so I will just talk a bit about the experience. So the important thing also is to set up the product hunt, and I will say the whole asset for those kind of lunch. That's take also a bit of time if you want to, I would, quality and not just AI generated random like HTML file that you take screenshot as I did sometimes, but no, I did by myself the assets. And so, the day that we launched, the first thing I was super impressive. It's like I received maybe 10 or 15 message from random guy on LinkedIn that told me you can pay for 50 a bot. And I was like, damn, if people pay for it, this dashboard doesn't have any sense. Maybe it don't. I don't know who people have 400, 500 upvote per day. I see a lot of company have that, having that. I don't know if it's fair or not. But in my case, I just say no because I don't want to pay for it. And so, the day was managing feedbacks, managing messages, also making LinkedIn posts, Reddit posts that bring also some upvote, which is good. And at the end of the day, at the end of the full day, we had like 90 upvote, which is not that bad, but could be better. I mean, for a Chrome extension that was supposed to be a kind of a side project, I will say, as a main product, it's a good awareness because I don't have the number in mind, but I think we got like 200 to 250 visitors on our website also that make some awareness regarding Kai. And the following days, that the thing was very interesting. We keep having some visitor every day from product hunt. So also a good thing to keep in mind because you have it's like a good showcase to publish on product hunt. For this, you keep have some traffic on your tool, on your product. And I think this is the day. Also, we launch on Pearlist. Pearlist is like a social media. It's more social oriented media tool that you can show the product that you launch. But here we don't have that much success. But it's the both launch and also as you say, as I say before, we talk a lot about it on Reddit and LinkedIn.
So let's pull the numbers a bit to ground this in truth and in real data. I've just pulled up the dashboard here that shows our site traffic, visitors per day. And so you can kind of see also like the general trend of the website. Average day, I would say around 25 to 50 people per day. And then on the June 4th, we launched on Product Hunt. Now, we did two things on that day. There's two campaigns that run in parallel. There's Product Hunt and there's an Intercom campaign that we run. Long story short, we leverage some of the previous users of Morgan, our primary product, and we reached out to them by email, letting them know about Kai. And so I already checked all the data and so on. The impact of Intercom and Product Hunt is basically 50-50, right? So when we launched on Product Hunt that day, we had a big spike in traffic. We reached to 280. So approximately half of that traffic we can directly attribute to the launch of Product Hunt. And so what we can see is also like this is a 1 day spike, right? And probably there's a bit of a tail, and we could easily filter like the traffic that comes just from Product Hunt. But usually it's one spike the day of launch, and then it just tapers and it dies. But I think we learned a few things. First of all, we started having a lot of signups on that very day as well. So the quality of the traffic was very high, and we can really see that also in the number of conversions we've had. So 60 out of 280, it's actually a huge number of conversion. And so we ran the analysis. We isolated the Product Hunt traffic. What we're seeing is it's a 1 day spike, but it's quality traffic. People are signing up to the waitlist, and also it gives some more authority to the page, gives us a backlink that we can now rank for, and so on. And I kind of want to have your opinion on this, Lambert. Like if you see this data, how do you interpret this? And more also like, is it a successful experiment for you? Is it not? And what do we decide to do from here? Like looking at this data, looking at the numbers, the experiment, and so on. How do we move forward?
I think it's definitely good numbers and good experiment because we can see those curves. we'll say the product hunt as a launch is fine because it's put your product as another level. I will say everyone of the launch day who are on product hunt just see your product, and you can just answer a problem or something that users are looking for. And even if they are not just checking for your product specifically, they will see your product, and then they will check the website. And at some point, there is the two different thing here. We have the people who are curious about the product and just check, and was not very supposed to come on our website, but they just see our icon on the dashboard, on the leaderboard, and then they're like, okay, let's check it. So some of them maybe sign up, and now are using has in the free beta the Kai, and other was coming like because they know us. So those people are not the one that we are targeting because they know us, and they are not the one that we want. I mean, in all cases, they will come to Kai because their interest. We'll say, for example, if they know us personally or they know Morgan. So the thing is cool is those people putting our product in the top of the dashboard, and then we can reach totally new people who are looking every day, product hunt, are just curious about the new product, are curious about what people did on product hunt. So this is the good way and the good thing about those kind of launch. And also we can see like we have more sign up, but definitely the sign up rate is maybe not that is not better than a usual day. Because of this, we have just people who are curious, but it's still be a good thing for the awareness, because people see us one day and maybe they will see us another time in the months or in the year, and then they will say, oh, fuck, I remember this, and then maybe they will take more attention about our product. So it's still very important. I mean, very important, very useful for us and for any company to have those kind of launch. And I think that's why we take the decision to start again this week. So
and so yeah, I think it's a good way to print brand impressions at the end of the day. Like even people who know us see us there, they're like, oh, they're busy, that's good. People who don't know us might discover us. Most people don't care, but still maybe they remember this green logo they saw somewhere, and our goal is to be everywhere, right? So eventually they will remember us. So that's just like one touch point among the 50 or the 1,000 they will have over the next 5 years. I pulled this graph, which is organic search, so Google Search Console, targeting specifically the free tool. And I think there's something interesting happening here as well. It's from the moment we launched on June 4th. So first of all, we see like a spike in Google Search Console traffic and clicks. But also for the first time in forever, we're seeing that we're getting clicks consistently and growing. So it's like we're launching on Product Hunt. We get visibility, we get a backlink, and then suddenly Google Search Console starts working for us. And okay, like I'm not bragging. We're having 3, 4, 5 clicks a day, but that's 30 clicks a week. That's, I don't know, 100 clicks a month. We have a website that is 2 months old, which has very low domain authority. Like, I think what I'm trying to say is this is also like, this is an investment in time that will compound very well. And I'm really curious to look at this graph again in 1 month, because we've built free tools for the past 3 years together. All of them start like this, right? It's like Google is trying to rank it, see how it does. And then the moment it just starts ranking, there's no way back, right? This just goes like crazy in the hockey stick curve. And I feel like this might be the very, very beginning of the hockey stick curve. And I find it interesting, the connection there's between like the launch here and then the trend after the launch, and also everything before, right? So yes, you have the launch, but it's not just an isolated thing. You have everything else and the investment that compounds on the other channels as a result of the launch. So I thought that was quite cool as well. And then I also wanted to pull this data, which is just traffic to the 2 landing pages, so the Chrome extension landing page and the free tool landing page over the last 28 days. So we're seeing a similar upward curve. So this is the launch, right? And then we're seeing now that it might rise and it might reach new highs in the future. So overall, there's more than the launch, right? It's not just a one-day spike. It's actually an investment that we see compound on the other surfaces. So it's Google Search Console, and then it's people typing the name in Google and so on, or typing meeting transcription. Now that we have more brand authority, we can rank. So yeah, any more thoughts on that?
Yeah. I do remember something like, as I worked since last week on product hunt. I mean, work on it just by being brothering on the website. I discovered something like is very interesting. At some point, someday, you have like very low number of people that are voting. So you can have the top 10 who have like 50 upvote, and then it's very low. And at all the points, other day, you can have the 21st product who have more than 200 upvote. So that's why here, for example, we discuss a bit and we decide to launch the new product. We'll try an A/B test Sunday. Then we will see if it's possible to reach maybe a top 5 or top 3, and then being on the product newsletter. That could be amazing because yeah, if the Sunday we still have 90 votes, but if you have 90 votes on the Sunday, you're in the top 3. It's way more visibility the next day, the Monday, if you're in the newsletter. So yeah, we try also those kind of experimentation. Stay tuned. We will let you know next week what was the result of this.
Yeah. So I'm not sure this was on the record because I stopped the transcription, but yeah, we're launching again a remix of this tool on Sunday. So we'll let you know how it goes. And I think, so we built these 3 tools, validated the demand. You started building them, iterating on the feedback, building a smooth UI UX. We launch on Product Hunt. We see a spike. Great. And the great thing is we see this spike is converting in other surfaces as well, right? So now we did the investment, or 95% of the investment was your time of building the product. But now it's going to be lasting forever and it's going to compound and it's something evergreen. So yeah, let's see how much we can milk the cow and how much traffic and signups we can get out of that while you continue, of course, fine tuning the tool and providing updates on the Chrome extension and so on. Great. Let's move on to something else you did this week. So you don't remember?
I don't know. Too much topic.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hint. You started working on a changelog, a what's new changelog, and yeah, walk us through the reasons why you're doing this, and maybe you can share your screen, show a bit like what it actually looks like, and what's the vision behind this what's new / changelog that you've built.
Yep. Let me show you. So we create a page that called what's new in Kai. Here we have an update. We'll say weekly, bi-weekly update, depend of what we have, where you can find what we are doing in Kai. That could be an update about the future. That could be just a milestone. Like this week, for example, you can see you just drop the app for the people who are on the wait list. So this is a milestone for us, but also, yeah, the Kai Chrome extension. So those kind of things. And it's a way for us to let people know about what we do, but also in the future, it's gonna come very, very soon. We will let people give us a feedback about the news. And at some point, maybe they will help us and give us some idea of how can we improve this update or the thing that we bring here, and also what are the friction that they can find or something like this. So yeah, it's a bit something that let us know about our historical updates and news, and also let people know about what we did. So yeah, mostly it, and also it help if we want to. I mean, we already have this on our knowledge base, but it helps if we want to just have a look of what we did before and if we want to push something.
There's any metrics you track for this, or if it's just like it's something we want to do and doesn't matter for the metrics, it's just a strong belief that we need to do this.
Yeah, it's mostly we don't track any metrics right now. The only one metrics that we will have is the feedback coming from this page. But we also will see the traffic. And the thing that's cool is whenever we have a big update, we will just redirect people from here. Also, for example, we just launched, and that you could find it on the description. We launched the Discord server, and on it, people who just join will be able to find the link and just, okay, I just want to know what those guys are cooking. So just have a nice year. So it's mostly just, yeah, let people know about, and we don't track any data. Maybe it could be good. I don't know, but I'm not really sure what kind of data we can have here. We always have the traffic. We can also check the people who are joining sign up for Kai from this page, but it don't make any sense.
Yeah, because no, but I think it's and I don't think it makes sense to track metrics. Like, sure, we can track traffic, but does it even matter? Because probably the people who check this are already using Kai, and they're just like they want to stay updated. They want to see the behind the scenes, how we make progress, and so on. I think it kind of shows that even though we're a growth team, not everything we do is full on growth. Like, this is definitely more product/marketing of making sure you provide updates and so on. But still, it goes in our big thesis of let's build a human brand. Let's show and share the behind the scenes, same that we're doing now in the podcast, because one way or another, it will work eventually. And this is also part of the feedback loop that we can contribute to by just shipping more. We get more feedback and we can fine tune. So yeah, that's, I think it's a cool job. I really like the UI as well of the page.
And also, if I can add a word, it's a bit a part of the building public strategy that we have. I know that a lot of companies have this, but as we say maybe in the first episode, now we have more time to work on how can we communicate what we do. And this is a way that we can communicate also in social media and making videos in this kind of in this podcast. So we have more time for this. And yeah, this is just another lever that we take. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. What's next? Like, what's the to do? What can we look forward to on your side?
Next today, stay tuned. Maybe we will have a fucking amazing video on social media, depending on the output of Eichfield.
Please, if you have to work until midnight, I don't care. You need to be out today. It's Friday.
If I miss the flight tomorrow morning, fuck.
Doesn't matter. No just ship the video.
But yeah, during the next week, we will rework a bit on the website. That means we will challenge the footer pages, some blocks. Already have cooked very fancy blocks for that, not live, but on my branch, and it's very cool for some free tools. So this is gonna be the main topic of the next week, and keep continuing of building public. I will publish a playbook next Wednesday. So stay tuned also on LinkedIn. What's that? It's also the full journey of how I build this free tool. So it's going to be like the key decision. I also made like a big analysis of the models that we use, because there is a lot of models on the table and we have to make a choice. So that's going to be very interesting for those people who want to start build a product using AI and different models. And yeah, I think it's going to be also a big topic, but prepare the launch for the next weeks. We have to prepare the launch of the product, marketing side and growth side. So it's going to be also a part of my job for the next week.
Okay, nice. Yeah, indeed, next week, mega push on the visuals on the website. We already did some minor updates, but next week will be huge. We have an amazing design system and some cool animations that we've built and that we will ship. And yeah, and also like now we're live in in open beta, right? So now we're onboarding 20 users every day. There's already more than 1K people in, I think 1,160. I have the numbers here. So, and we add 20 people every day. So we also created like the concept of a line that people can join, and then they go through the line in batches of 20 people per day. So with that in mind, our goal is always to bring more people to the line, make sure we have more signups and more expectations to join Kai. So yeah, we'll see what we do next. I mean, we have plenty on our plates, but yeah, we're live in open beta, and I think we're going to be launching publicly. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if it's in a few weeks after the summer, but I think we're going to do probably like a lot of launches at the end of the day until there's one big one that people remember. So yeah, I think that covers it for the week.
Yes, and stay tuned because the next 10 days is going to be a long and hard work with Fable, because in 10 days we cannot use it anymore. So you can check on Cloudboard. I will destroy the dashboard.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you. And see you guys next week for the next chronicle of how we grow Kai, where we share behind the scenes, the tools, the numbers, the experiments we do.
Yeah. See you
Ciao.
guys. Good week.